So today's webinar is deep dive into data integration with Google Cloud. As we get started, I'll let Sandra take it away.
Yes, thanks, Ashley. Hello, everyone. My name is Sandra Del Santos, Director of Cloud Data Solutions here at Wursta. Joining me today is Ernesto Cuso, Director of Cloud Services, and Ulysses Reyes, who is our Cloud Data Engineer here at Wursta. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks, Sandra. I'm Ashley. I'm on the marketing team, so I'll be the MC for this conversation today. So glad you all could make the time to be here, so thank you. I am excited to get started, but before we do, just keep in mind this is a live broadcast, so we do ask that you keep questions in the chat or in the QA section in the bottom of the screen, except for any interactive moments, of course. We will answer them at the end of the presentation. Additionally, you can also connect with us on LinkedIn, and one of our colleagues will paste our profile links in the Meet chat. In case you did not know already, this event's being hosted by Wursta. Our mission is to help organizations maximize their use of the cloud to compete in a modern world. We work side by side to help people make good technology decisions and grow their businesses in ways they wouldn't have the ability to do otherwise. This helps organizations develop cultures of continuous innovation powered by real-time collaboration. Before we get started, we did ask you to complete a poll about your knowledge of data integration, and let's look at those answers. It looks like a couple of you have considered integrating your data sets, so that's awesome, but it seems a lot of you might not know exactly what data integration is, so let's hop into it. We'll get started with Sandra. Can you tell us a little bit about what data integration is and some of the benefits we could expect from it?
Yes, of course. Thanks, Ashley. Let me start off by saying that businesses today are collecting vast amounts of data from many different sources. Every second, new data comes into the organization, and for that data to be useful, it must be available for analysis at all times. And data integration can help achieve this. So what is data integration? Well, it's a process where data from these different sources goes to a single centralized location, which is often a data warehouse, in order to generate higher data value and insights. The ultimate goal is to provide a complete, accurate, and up-to-date data set for business intelligence, data analysis, and other applications and business processes. Having insight to all of the data gives the company the ability to improve operations, boost customer satisfaction, make faster and better business decisions. There are other benefits as well that we will get into in the next couple of slides. Why is data integration important? Well, data integration is important for many reasons, but mainly because it will ensure your company has access to all of its information in one place in a way that it makes sense to everyone who needs it. Businesses require access to accurate and up-to-date information to stay competitive. By integrating data from the various resources, organizations can elevate the performance across the board. It is critical for a company to have all its data from various systems centralized that can communicate promptly and in a standard way, and that's what data integration is pretty much does best, right? So without integrating the company's data with other sources, the information can become lost or disorganized, making it impossible to make clever business decisions based on the data. I keep mentioning various systems, different types of data sources, which, those types of sources can be part of the data integration, which, for example, one source type are databases. Those include your SQL Server, MySQL, Postgres, SQL, Oracle, SAP. There's also data from documents and spreadsheets, for example, the Word documents, Excel, sheets if you're in Workspace, Docs, and CSV files. And of course, we have data from SaaS-based applications. For example, your Salesforce, your SharePoint, Microsoft, QuickBooks, NetSuite, etc. All those sources can be part of this data integration. Companies across the board have different departments using different systems, and that's where the data integration can help the company be one with their data. The benefits of data integration. I would like to list a few more of what we just mentioned, and starting with improving customer experience. This is an important one for any company. Integrating data from multiple sources gives marketers and the sales teams a more complete and structured understanding of their customers, their behaviors, touch points, and pain points. These accurate, actionable insights are key for providing the best customer experiences you can, tailor the communication, and optimize the output. Another benefit is providing a regulated flow of streamlined operations. The data integration, it provides automation analysis with the application's data flow connect to a server and makes the process more productive and effective, including reducing errors and reworks. Another one is the help. It helps with cost effective and saving time. With data spread across a variety of systems, employees waste valuable time looking for data in different systems. Data integration technology saves several hundreds or thousands of dollars and lost productivity each year by centralizing the company's most important data. Another important role of data integration is to provide access to data stored in legacy systems. There are a number of modern big data analytics environments that are not compatible with data in the legacy systems that companies may still have. The data integration process can help bridge that gap between valuable legacy data with popular business intelligence applications. An ultimate goal of data integration is to provide users with consistent access as well, right? To deliver more valuable data insights and business intelligence delivered in order to meet the different needs of the business. One last benefit is reducing the need for manual data gathering to use the analysis. Without data integration, accessing a single task or report would involve logging into multiple accounts, sites across different systems. Moreover, improper handling of the data could also lead to bad reporting and have a negative impact on the organization. So these are the benefits that, there's several out there, but these I feel to me and Wursta are key benefits for our customers to really focus on and try to, incorporate into their data processes.
Awesome. Thank you for that info, Sandra. Yeah, it does seem like there's a lot of benefits to this. So let's get into something else. Let's hop over to Ulysses and see what are some data integration storage products and methodologies available.
There you go. I'm going to start talking about the most exciting parts of Google, which is Google products that are offered for data integration. For example, we have cloud storage. Cloud storage offers classes for any kind of workloads. For example, it has standard storage, which is ideal for storing data that is accessed frequently, such as websites, streamlined videos, mobile apps. It also offers, cloud storage also offers nearline storage, which is more well fit for data that needs to stay in storage for 30 days for a short period of time, such as backups or infrequently accessed media. Cloud storage also offers call line storage, which is a very low class that is useful for information that can be stored for at least 90 days, such as failover data for high availability. It offers also archive storage, which is a very interesting storage type. This is a cheapest class of storage, slow calls. It's intended for data that can be stored for at least 365 days, such as statutory files. Another product that Google offers is file store. This is more appropriate for files. It's a fully managed, scalable, high performance NFS-like file type of storage. It provides persistent elements needed for shared workloads, within the cloud. Also, we have some storage that support relational databases, such as Cloud SQL, which is a fully managed relational database service for MySQL, Postgres, SQL Server, with rich extension collections, configuration flags, developer ecosystems. Also, Google offers Cloud Spanner, which is another relational database, which is essential for mission-critical, fully managed relational database services. It provides unlimited global scale transaction consistency and schema. It has support for 2 basic SQL languages, such as Google Standard SQL and Postgres. They are compatible, with NSI SQL. It provides and supports automatic replication to provide high availability, all the way up to 99.99% of it. We also have some NoSQL storage types that Google provides, such as Firestore. Firestore keeps your data in sync across client applications. You have the need with real-time listeners, and offers online support for mobile and web. So you can build responsive applications regardless of the network latency or internet connectivity. Firestore also offers integration with other Firebase and Google products, such as Cloud Functions. The next product is Cloud Bigtable. This is like the big daddy, Cloud Bigtable has the capacity to populate tables that is scaled to billions of rows and thousands of columns, enabling you to store terabytes, even petabytes of data. For data warehousing support, Google also offers BigQuery, which is a fully managed serverless data warehouse that enables scalable analysis over petabytes of data, very high performance-wise. It is a platform as a service that supports querying using NSI SQL for your queries to view your data. It also has built-in machine learning capabilities. Can we go to the next slide? There you go. In the next slide, we will talk about some data methodologies to integrate data into all those type of Google data storage products. For example, the mainstream methodologies most IT business world knows is EL, which stands for extract and load. For example, you have already clean data in your systems, and you just want to load the data. We will implement what's called EL, extract and load, into those Google product storage. We also have what we call ELT, extract, load, and transform. If you want to just bring your data into any of the Google databases or storage products, and later on build some process to transform your data, make it look nice and clean, we will follow what's called ELT, extract, load, and transform. And the most common one is called ETL, extract, transform, and load, which is most familiar with most business intelligence teams. You bring your data into the system, but depends on the tool that you use to extract that data. Some tools offer the capability to transform, massage, clean that data before making it to the end target, which is those databases on the Google product side. Some core products, like I mentioned before, like cloud storage. We have cloud storage to store objects, and structured data. We have Cloud SQL for relational. BigQuery for data warehousing. One of the tools that is commonly used for data transformation and massaging is data prep, as I explained on the next graphic. Can we go to the next slide? There you go. This is a common scenario for data integration on most IT systems. As you see on the first container, we have all kinds of data sources. We can have SQL Server databases, MySQL databases, Postgres databases, even IBM mainframe databases, or RPG databases, like AS400s. We can also have AWS on the Amazon side. We can have flat files. We can have Excel files, XML files, CVS files, JSON files, even other virtual database servers out there, all in need of bringing all this data together. As you noticed, all those are different types. And one of the beauties of Google products is that it offers the capability to build data lakes to bring all these kind of data. And most of these, it also offers tools which help bringing all this data together. One of the primary tools it uses is called Dataflow, which is a managed service used to execute Apache Beam data processing pipelines using the, of course, Google Cloud Platform ecosystem. By the way, a pipeline is a sequence of steps that reads, transforms, and writes data, for those who don't know about the pipelines. Another product is called Data Prep. Data Prep is by Traffica support, and it's an intelligent data service for visually exploring, cleaning, and preparing unstructured data and structured data as well for analysis, reporting, and machine learning as well. Because Data Prep is serverless and works at any scale, there is no infrastructure to deploy or manage. It's very simple to install and manage. Your next deal data transformation is suggested and predicted with a UI input. So you don't have to write any code at all. You can just use the UI platform to click here, click there, and have your data available. Another tool is called Data Fusion. Data Fusion offers a web UI client interface as well that lets you build scalable data integration solutions with the same purpose to clean, prepare, blend, transfer, and transform data without having to manage the infrastructure at all. So you don't have to worry about the infrastructure or writing a lot of code. It's simple to use on the web UI client. It's powered by an open source based on CDAP, which stands for Cloud Data Analytics Platform. If we can see on the diagram on the third container, here is the preparation and storage. You can use any of the Google products that we mentioned before. If you want to store objects, binary data, you can go for the Google Cloud Storage. You also can go for Cloud Firestore. Other products where you want to store relational databases or structured data, or data warehousing, you can use BigQuery, Cloud Bigtable, Spanner, and even Cloud SQL. You want to continue, you use other databases like MySQL, SQL Server, and you want to continue, keep it that flavor. Cloud SQL would support the same platforms, the databases that you used to. Once you have your data safe and clean on those data storage products, you can just write queries. You can start for the next phase, writing your queries, creating store procedures to pull the clean data, make it available for reports. You can also create jobs that you want to automate, to further automate data processing, to further clean and manage such data, and make it available for analysis. And that will take us to the final phase, which is the analysis part, which is the most exciting part, where people can just see the data and what the data means. You can use tools like Visual Studio, which is also another Google product, which is like the counterpart for Tableau, another visualization tools. You can write reports, Excel files, and you can even reproduce more XML files with clean data, JSON files, you name it. Can we go to the next slide? Thanks. During the data integration side, usually in order to find out what's the best solution that fits according to the client needs, we usually ask ourselves questions or ask the client questions such as, is your data structure or unstructured? Meaning structured data, is it already normalized with values, dates, the most common data? Is it unstructured data? Do you have data like files, images, videos, etc.? Another question is there any need to have all data source types in a centralized location? Or what kind of data source types do you need to integrate? Like we saw on the previous slides, we we can end up having all types of data that we need to integrate together, right, into data lakes. Another question is your data workload analysis ready? Or does it need, further cleaning to make it, analysis ready? Is your data transactional or not transactional? Well, if it's transactional, we can use Cloud SQL, SQL Server, MySQL for transactional databases. It's non-transactional, meaning, oops, we may need a data warehouse to store all the static data so that we can process our data for, analysis. Do you need a shared file system? Is your data relational or non-relational, like explained before? Or do you need vertical or horizontal scalability or both on your system? Vertical scalability refers to, are you in need of adding more power to your server or to your system, like CPUs, memory, storage capacities? Horizontal scalability, meaning, do you need to have high availability in case something goes wrong? You jump to a replicas containing the same type of data in your server. Do you need to integrate data into the cloud only, or you want to have a hybrid system where you have part on premises and then part on the cloud, or you just need support for your on premises systems as well? Do you need to automate your data integration processes, meaning you can write jobs and processes to constantly pull your data, massage it, clean it, and automatically sees this data into this Google Cloud data storage products, so it's always available for usage and reporting as well.
Thank you, Ulysses. You are definitely an expert in this side of things, so we appreciate you. Let's talk to Ernesto. Can you tell me a little bit about how do we at Wursta support the cloud data team and the client at the same time?
Of course. Hello, everybody. I'm Ernesto. I'm sorry that the graph is too little. Ulises, great job. A very good description. Sandy, thank you for putting it all together. I would like to take this opportunity to talk a little bit more about what we do here. Please feel free to turn on your closed captions. I got this colorful accent. It's going to make everybody happy. So the idea behind Wursta is that each team will support their own teammates and the whole organization. That way, even if one area, in this case, the cloud data practice, have the ownership of a specific project, they will always count with the support of the rest of the team. Just to give you an example, the cloud service practice is composed by the cloud architecture and infrastructure team, which is the team that pretty much takes care of migrating servers and architectures together to the cloud, or integrating current hybrid infrastructure with the cloud. We got the cloud engineering team that takes care of all what is system engineering, is the one who takes over after that. We got, as you know, that they were talking the cloud data practice, which is divided in different subcategories, which is DB development, DB engineering, all back office servers and data analytics and so forth. So it's not only data integration. This was just the topic we chose for the webinar. Actually, the cloud data practice is the biggest sub-practice between the cloud services one, and is that's why I wanted to expand a little bit on this topic, because at the end of the next slide, I would like to talk about of the offerings that we're getting ready for Q4. As you can see, we got also. I'm sorry, just go back. Actually, it's me just going on the rabbit hole. We got the cloud DevOps, and we got a Latin American practice. Yes, we're global. We're global now. We have people in Latin America. We got our offices located in Ecuador, where we offer the same type of services. Also, we combine our resources in the States with the resources in Latin America, so we support each other. What I mean with this is, if you got a project with the cloud data team, whatever it means, optimization of a BigQuery SQL queries, a data integration one, a migration of a sensitive system like SAP or Net or Oracle NetSuite that is also being performed by the cloud data team, they will always have the support from the architecture, engineering, and DevOps at the same time. So that means that the whole practice works for your project. And that's the way in our philosophy here works. Next slide. Thank you. And actually what it's giving you. So really, when you're looking for one solution, Wursta will provide assets, regardless the project, that will help you to solve problems with all areas in Google Cloud. They're going from compute engine, stores and databases, networking, identity and security, artificial intelligence, big data, all the management tools and everything. So we will always offer a value add to every project. You can make sure that we will build or we will treat your projects and the solutions that you requested from us following best practices with the best areas of security. We got a whole cybersecurity department with a great master then, Pete Hoff, is the VP, and as well for the networking area, all the part of infrastructure and software development too. So that being said, this is Wursta. Let's go to the next step. This is what I was, next slide, sorry. What I was mentioning, the cloud data practice. And first of all, I want to thank again Sandra de los Santos, which is our cloud data director, to put all this together, and she's working very hard to finish the product catalog of our cloud data practice to begin and go to market in Q4. Although we're already working with clients, doing optimizations and data integration and so forth, we are ready to take the next step and move a little bit forward, ready in Q4. One of the areas that they're going to specialize, and we're bringing specialists and engineers together with Ulises, which is our senior data engineer. We're going to do data migration and data integration. So you want to migrate your databases, you want to migrate from an old database to a modern one, like clients who still are on DB2, the old AS400 mainframes. We can optimize that, data modernization, well, data platform modification, data management and visualization. We can take over of that, creating dashboarding and reporting out of your data. All the data warehouse modernization, like taking what you got, putting data lakes, putting on data warehouse, or also create customized solutions using Google tools like Cloud SQL, you name it. We got all the data architecture assessment. That's something that others don't usually do. What is data architecture? Is analyze how is your data architecture for your system. If you got a web app, you got an application, or you got a local system, a legacy one, sometimes in your office, they have an architecture. They have probably a production database, goes to a data warehouse, or in this one is connected to another secondary databases and so forth. That's the architecture. How that interoperate with the front end, it could be a web app or a legacy desktop application. We will do an analysis of that, and we're going to help you to optimize that. So what things we verify? Is the architecture properly done? It cannot be joined and simplified and optimized. Are the data encrypted? How is the communication with the front end? What is the type of connection links and so forth? We can do a big analysis of that, help you to optimize, save time, increase performance, and of course productivity out of it. And of course, the data back office services. That's the job that nobody wants to do. Is the data analysis of monthly reports and SSRS reports, is all the statistics that provide clients customized reporting in all the analysis, behind it that is required by a lot of companies. We got data analysts who are specialized in this type of operations, and we're going to support those. We're going to start providing those services in order to help our clients to focus on what they, do the best, which is dedicated to their own business. That being said, I already mentioned we're going live with a cloud data product catalog on October 1st. As another example of collaboration, it's not only the technical divisions who collaborate in Wursta, also the non-technical ones do that. So I want to thank David and Ashley and Andrew for helping us to put this together, for all the pressure, all the nagging in there. Without them would be impossible. They do a great job for us. They're helping every division here at Wursta to thrive and to be successful. And none of these webinars or presentations or none of the beauty that Wursta is offering show up to the world will be possible without them. So thank you so much. You really are helping us to, move forward.
Thank you, Ernesto. No, we appreciate all of you for being here. Sandra, Ulysses, Ernesto, y'all are amazing. Thank you. We're about to get into questions, so just 1 second. Before that, I would like to mention we are here to help you. Like we said, we can guide you through the entire process of data integration for your organization. Do keep an eye out for your inbox. Your Wursta rep will be reaching out to schedule a quick call to go over those details and answer any other questions you might have. With that, let's open it up to any questions you guys might have. Feel free to either put them in the Q&A section or the Meet chat, whichever one you feel better about. Or you can just unmute yourself and ask. Nick, you had a question?
Yeah, so in regards to all this Google Cloud information, is like a end user or an admin able to view all of their like Google Cloud solutions all in one place? And if so, is it simple to use, or is there a learning curve around that?
Well, I'll take this one. Hey Nick, thank you for your question. That is awesome. Actually, that's since Google was the underdog, was the latest company in joining the cloud round. Amazon and Azure being first. Well, there was a little bit of a skepticism with Google. I want to tell you that last year, Google increased 44% his presence in the cloud, making Google Cloud Platform the number one. One of the reasons why, and I'm telling you this as an engineer. So I'm just being with Wursta for over a year or so, a little bit more than a year. But before that, I spent 20 years being chief architect, network engineer, director of IT operations, and so forth. So it was very important to me to find a platform that allowed me to do what I needed to do for the best of my company, and also easy to deploy, easy to do. Google put a lot of effort and be simpler for everybody, for the administrators and the users. So pretty much when you register, everybody have the same level of visibility. You can see everything in there. The permissions you said are the ones who, define the level of access. And IAM. But pretty much Google, how can I put it, design its main console in a simplified model so you can reach every single service in there. Not only that, the integration services between services. I'm talking about the core platform, right? If you're familiar with Amazon Web Services, you will notice that you have to go to 5 places to set up on a static IP, right? You need to go create the EC2, then the elastic IP, then create a gateway, and then that is crazy. On Google, all those operations are simplified in one single process, creating a VM. Everything can be integrated. So what it takes you 2 hours to do in Amazon, to give you an example, and I'm doing this because I'm also an Amazon solutions architect. So, and I've been with Google for the last 8 years, so I know this. I can do it in Google in, 25 minutes. And that is important for every engineer. The learning curve is way lower on Google, so it's easy to learn. It's easy to adapt and adjust. And if you have the visibility you want. So that's one of the things I like the most. I don't know if that answered your question.
No, that was perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Ernesto.
All right, of course.
Any other questions from anyone? Like I said, feel free to unmute yourself. Don't be shy.
If I've got a question, I'm Dave. If I'm getting started with data integrations, there's a lot that I could be looking at across the company as far as data points. What are some common starting areas or some common systems that you guys see companies start with when they're doing data integrations?
I can take this one. Well, to be honest with you, in my 20 years experience creating business intelligence systems, most of the most common starting points I see in many companies is they don't know where to start. They have all kinds of different data types, data source types, and they don't know where to start really. So the first point to start in any business intelligence data integration architecture is to put all this data together in a safe and single place, centralized, right? You can put it together in a single repository. From there, you can just re-architect or write a new architecture to integrate all these data together using different tools. You name it. I mean, you don't need to use not only Google tools, Microsoft tools, other third-party and other technology tools to put all this data together, clean it, massage it, make the data meaningful before storing this data into other storage platforms, databases, data warehouses, to make the data available for analysis. Your data has to tell a story, basically, on how the data started coming together into your business, and how it has to tell the story on how you can utilize it, right? To predict business growth, losses, or even, having such to the granularity detail of values, numbers, money-wise. But just to summarize this, most of the starting points of any IT system is putting all these different types of data together as the first step prior to start managing this data.
No, that's helpful. So it sounds like starting with an audit of what are our data sources is a good place. That way we can get it all together.
Correct.
And once we jam it all together, then we can kind of start figuring out how it all connects and start painting a picture with it, as you mentioned, telling a story.
Exactly.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you, Ulysses. I noticed we had a couple other people join. We are having questions, so if anybody that just joined has a question, feel free to ask it out loud. We're wrapping up here, so we still will be sending out the recording and everything, so you'll get to watch it if you did miss a little bit of it. But yeah, if there's not any more questions, then we thank you for being here. And again, you'll get a recording soon, and someone will be reaching out with any questions you might have. So thank you so much, and we hope to see you guys